I'm Martha DeGrasse with RCR Wireless News with a look at some of the top wireless stories for the week. The big story this week was AT&T's deal to buy spectrum from Verizon Wireless. The carrier will pay $1.9 billion for spectrum in 18 U.S. states, covering 420 million Americans. The deal includes B-block licenses in key markets including Los Angeles, Chicago, and Miami. AT&T is also picking up spectrum in its deal to buy Alltel for $780 million from Atlantic Telenetwork. That deal includes subscribers and spectrum. And AT&T is a big reason that Cisco decided to buy Intucell this week. Intucell is an Israeli startup that makes self-optimizing network software, and it has a contract to supply that software for AT&T's network. And Cisco made a sale this week. The networking giant has decided to get out of the consumer space. It's agreed to sell its Linksys home router unit to Belkin for an undisclosed amount. The nation's top carriers reported fourth quarter results this week. Verizon Wireless says wireless revenue was $20 billion, AT&T $17.6 billion. Verizon picked up more than 2 million new contract subscribers, AT&T fewer than 1 million. However, Verizon could not keep up with AT&T when it comes to smartphones. AT&T sold a record 10.2 million smartphones. Verizon says 58% of its contract subscribers are using smartphones now. Sounds like a lot until you look at AT&T, almost 70%. Apple, of course, is the driver of smartphone sales in this country, and it had another blockbuster quarter as far as sales go. Revenue of $54.5 billion, that is a record, and up 17% from the year-ago quarter. Earnings were flat, however, from the year-ago quarter at $13 billion. That means Apple's margins are deteriorating, and that's one reason investors are getting out of that stock. iPhone sales were a record 47.8 million. The previous record was 37 million. And iPad sales came in at 22.9 million. That's also a record. Late in the week, IDC released its smartphone market share rankings, putting Apple just under 22%. Samsung is the leader at 29%. And that's a look at some of the top wireless stories for the week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.